Oh, yes, we seem to be live again. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's so good to see everyone again. And I believe that the last few days have been amazing for you. It's the seventh day, if I'm not wrong. It's been seventh day that we have been going live, and I'm super excited for this session as well. It is all about habits, folks. Trust me, if you look at your life, you always think about doing some things. Even I thought of adding more value to my followers, giving them more of valuable content through the medium of YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And that's the reason we decided to do a 21-day live session for everyone. And it's been 7 days. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it. It's just, you just focus on what you have to do. That's it. You have to just focus on what you have to do every single day. And as a result, you'll certainly achieve what you want to achieve. I would love to know that which session are you attending this evening? Is it your first session, second session, third session, fourth session, fifth session, sixth session, or it is your seventh session? Let me know in the comment section by making your presence felt that yes, you are very much here. This evening, we're going to discuss something really important. Okay, so for Ashish, it's seventh, Simran seventh, Sandra seventh, yes, Miss Consistent. Simran seventh, Prem, this is your first connection, first session. Okay, okay. All those who are attending it for the first time or maybe second time, you may be familiar the way we run this session. So for the first few minutes, I'm going to add a lot of value, and thereafter I'll take up few questions. So welcome everyone. जो लोग hi कह रहे हैं उनके लिए hi. This session would be in English, easy to understand English. Yesterday we had a session on how to speak in English. I gave some good tips to understand English, and today this session is about how. Let me repeat it one more time for all of you that today this session is about how to crack interview. I would love to know that how many of you would be interested to know more so as to how you can crack any interview. I would love to know that. Drop in a comment, interested, and that will give me an idea so as to whether you really wish to crack any interview or not. You know, it's something about what you visualize, what you ask from this world. When you ask that, hey, God Almighty, I want to crack my interview. Some things work, and they work in your favor. Yes, they work in your favor. So if you're interested, let's get going. The number one thing which you need to work on with respect to your interview is knowing about the organization. Sometimes people think that if I don't read much about the company, I'll be still okay. That's the biggest blunder which people do. And when I say that read about the company, I'm not asking you to just read superficially. I'm asking you to read in depth. Whenever you apply for any kind of job, you have a job description called as a JD. Kindly refer that job description, extract those keywords, and based upon those keywords, you have to craft your resume. Really important, really, really important. You cannot create a generic resume, generic CV when you apply for any job. People think, that's like one size fits all. Think about it. When you go for a wedding, do you go in shorts? Or when you sleep, do you sleep in a sherwani or a suit? No, right? You have different clothes for different times of the day or occasions in your life. Similarly, for your CV and resume, you need to have a different resume, a different CV as per the job description. The point is making it relevant. Making it relevant. I hope you get this over here, and do not repeat this mistake. If you're applying to organization X, kindly read about organization X. What is it that they're looking for? Their mission, their vision, their expectations. what they want from their employees, and also refer the job description, that what are they looking for, what is the skill set that they are particularly looking for, and based upon that skill set, customize or update your resume. If your resume is not relevant, you won't be hired. It's simple. You might be the best in what you do, but unless and until if it is not relevant to the industry, you won't be hired. So relevance is the key. Repeat after me, relevance is the key, and type in the comment section, relevance is the key. If you're watching this, type in relevance is the key, because that is the key. Think about it, if I am selling something to someone who doesn't even need it, then he won't even buy it. No matter how hard I try, he doesn't need it. So what's the fun of pushing yourself and overselling yourself? So get this thing, that I have to be relevant as per the organization. How do you be relevant? You refer the job description and you customize your CV, your resume as per the requirement. I hope everyone understands the difference between a CV and a resume. For all the freshers, you generally have a resume because you do not have much of an experience. So all the freshers need to get the resume sorted. And as far as the experienced people are concerned, adding a lot of your years of experience, you can always include it and make it a CV. Just to update you that generally we prefer a one-page CV or a one-page resume. That is the industry norm. It might vary depending upon some specialized jobs, but overall, we prefer a one-page CV and a one-page resume. Yes, there was a trend of going for a two-page CV or a two-page resume or a three-page CV, depending upon how much you have worked, but ideally, we prefer a one-page CV, a one-page resume. So work on creating a perfect profile. Folks, it's a simple thing. What I'm trying to tell you over here, that whenever you're about to go for an interview, these are all a part of preparation, what you do. Interview is not just about that you just dress up smartly and you just show up for the interview. So there's a lot of preparation that goes in the background. And all these things I'm advising you through this session are your preparation bites. So number one thing, relevance is the key. Secondly, your resume or your CV should be well drafted. Think about it. I mean, there are people who don't even change their career objective. Unfortunately, if you look at the career objective of people, the majority of them have this thing in common: to work in an organization which gives me a platform to explore my capabilities, and a platform that gives me growth opportunities, and a platform or to work for mutual growth. It is so obvious. I mean, every single person copy paste the same career objective and then tries to say that, hey, I'm different. Do we say this or not? If I ask you that, hey, why should I hire you? That's perhaps one of the most commonly asked questions, that, hey, why should I hire you? Rather, you need to ask yourself that, hey, why should you be hired? You might say, I have a degree, I am qualified, I am eligible, I have good percentage. So what? Perhaps there are thousands and lakhs of people just like you who are eligible, who are qualified as per the norms. But does this mean that you should get the job? Ask yourself. I always recommend that you need to think like a recruiter. If you had to hire someone, if you had to pay the salaries, would you be checking out whether the person does work properly or not? Let's take a simple example. If you have to keep a maid at home, the one who would clean the house or the one who would wash the utensils, you would ensure that the maid does the work properly. Would you be okay if she says that I would need 2000 rupees a month, but I do not know how to wash utensils. I do not know how to clean the floor. I do not know how to do dusting or whatever. Just making an example, folks, just giving an example for you. Try to understand. I mean, your skill set is really important. Folks, I need you to wake up. Everyone wake up, okay? There was a time where having a piece of paper in your hand used to give you a job. I'm talking about decades back, in that era where anyone who used to graduate doing a BCom, doing a BA, that too with the third division, it was like a big thing. Oh my God, this person has graduated. What a big news. People used to celebrate. But today we have graduates, we have postgraduates, we have doctorates who are just there with a namesake degree. Companies have realized this. Companies, organizations have realized this, that this will not work anymore. Today, the companies, if you are aware of it, they conduct their own test, they conduct their own trainings. Why? If you are an engineer, what is the need of conducting another test, another training for 4 to 5 months as an intern and then get you on board? Because we are not prepared as per the industry. Folks, the intent of this session is not to give you some answers which you can just mug up and just puke in the interview. That will not solve the purpose. The purpose of of the session is to make you realize, because it is practically not possible. Even if I give you all the answers, it would not work for you. Because when you would go for an interview, if a person asks you some other question, you would be gone. There's a process to do that. I hope you realize this. I hope you realize this. I am not here to scare you, but I'm just here to make you realize that, hey, this is where you are lacking behind, and this is where you need to work on. So, going for a recap of what we discussed, you have to be relevant as per the company, for which you would be referring the website, you would be referring the other sources to get the exact information, and thereafter, you have to prepare your CV or your resume, whichever is applicable, as per the job description that is mentioned. And when it comes to your skill set, do not feel that I am the unique one, I am the blessed one. You might be the most loved one back at home, but for an HR, for an employer, you're just a resource, just a candidate. So ask yourself the question that, hey, why should I be hired? I want you to take the next few seconds to write it down and tell me that why you should be hired. What are those things that make you unique, that differentiate you from everyone else? What is so peculiar about you that differentiates you? You cannot say that I have a degree, or I am hardworking, or I am punctual. Everyone says that. Tell me honestly that who would say this in the interview that, I'm not hardworking, I'm not punctual. Everyone says this because that's a safe bet. We wish to know you as a candidate, that would you be the right fit in the organization or not? If you can get the mindset right, trust me, thereafter getting those questions, getting those answers would be easier. So my focus primarily is to get your mindset aligned with the job that you are looking for. I hope you get this. I hope you get this, that how you have to prepare yourself. This question that, why should I be hired? Ask yourself that if a product has to sell itself in the market, it has to differentiate itself from others. Yes or no? You look at mobile phones. Every mobile phone has to differentiate itself from the others. Someone would say, my price is very low as compared to the expensive phones. Think about it. If you are a phone which is less than rupees 10,000, 15,000, what would you say to everyone? That I am the best affordable phone. You have all the features which you might get in a high-end phone. What is the fun of investing, like so many thousands in buying a 1 lakh rupees phone? You can buy almost 6 kind of phones like me if you spend 15,000 on each phone and still say rupees 10,000. That would be the justification given by a 15,000 rupees phone. Whereas on the other hand, there's a phone worth rupees 1 lakh. They'll say we don't compare ourselves with those 15,000 people, with those people who are worth 15,000, those phones are worth 15,000. Rather, we have a price. We have those technologies which are way superior than anyone else. We can assure you that the quality that we are offering, it is far more superior than anyone else. Do you see this? What I'm doing? I'm just doing a comparative analysis. What am I doing? I'm doing a comparative analysis. I'm getting a competitive edge over my competitors. And that's what happens. For a given job, there are so many applicants who are applying for it. How do you distinguish yourself? How do you differentiate yourself? Ask yourself. Is it just a degree? Yes, if it is from a good institution, then certainly the recruiter is assured that this person has cracked an exam, got ahead of competition, and would have certainly known more going by the legacy of that institution. Still, they will go for an interview. They will not just say, oh yes, come and come and come. They're not blind. They're not blind. They'll be like evaluating you. The point is that what differentiates you, folks? I mean, you know your level where you stand. You know your level where you stand. So just ask yourself that, what is that differentiator? I repeat, what is that differentiator which differentiates you from the others? Is it just like, I don't think so, I have anything different about me? Then stop claiming that you are unique. I have a request. If there is no differentiator, then kindly create some differentiator for yourself. I mean, wherever you are, if you are still studying or if you are a graduate, I'm talking about freshers as of now, who is looking for a job, think of upgrading your skill set. Do some certifications. There are a lot of them available on various websites. Go to those websites and check out the certificates. Upgrade yourself. Raise your bar that yes, you are someone who has done more than what your syllabus expected you to cover. If you're someone who is experienced and looking for a new job or a promotion in the existing job, then think again that in the given organization, the employees that you work with, the colleagues that you work with, what is so different about you that you should be given a promotion? You might say that, so I've been working in this organization for the past 6 years. So what? There are hundreds of you who have been working in this company from past 6 years. So what differentiates you? What is so unique about you that differentiates you from others? Do you get this? We think to ourselves that, I worked so hard, I did this, but have you been able to write those things down and tell it to everyone in the company that, yes, I have done this, I have achieved this? Talk about results. Don't talk about words. People want to see that what you have accomplished. I hope everyone get this. Everyone gets this, right? This is so important that people are missing on the opportunities. You might complain. You might go ahead and say that there are no jobs in this country, a lot of corruption, a lot of recession, a lot of this. Yes, I agree. But there are people getting jobs. Kindly look at that point. You might say, oh, there are less jobs and more number of applicants. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about that when you have seats, why can't you be the best? Why can't you compete for the same? Why can't we have this mindset? Why do we always say that, I need to get some more number of seats? If there are no seats, then I can accept it. But when you have a vacancy, why can't you be the best? Is there a problem with that? Interview is about mindset, folks. If you're thinking about that, how to crack an interview, if you get the mindset that, hey, I have it in me, I can sell myself because I know what I'm capable of. The problem is that many of us are not even aware of what we are capable of. And that brings to the next point, being self aware. How much do you know about yourself? If I ask you to speak about yourself for the next half an hour, forget about 30 minutes. If I say 10 minutes, you'll be short of words. You would be short of words, folks. Because we're like, my name is Divas and I'm from Dehradun and I did my education in so and so. I currently do this, blah, 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 blah. That's it. What else? Think. Get in this habit of talking about yourself. What differentiates you? I have an advice for all of you. I have an advice for all of you. Tell me, first of all, that what is your age? Almost, you might not say, mention your exact age if you are a bit shy. Just let me know that what is your average age? Just post in the comments so that I can get an idea that what your age is. Give me an idea. I would give you an amazing tip which you can follow. Yeah. Okay. 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 So we have a range from 19 to 50. All right. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Waiting for 5 more seconds before I get some data facts. And based upon that, I can give you my insights. Fair enough. So I can see that majority of the people who are attending this session are in the bracket of 20 to 30 years of age. There are some who are 66 years of age, some maybe more than that or less than that, but that is the age group. Perhaps the time when we first enter the workforce. I have an advice for you. All those who are not married, this advice is for you. Before you go for an arranged marriage, go for a love marriage or dare to fall in love. I bet you would learn sales. You would learn sales. When you'll have to ask a girl out or ask a guy out, you would learn how to differentiate yourself, how to sell yourself as compared to others. You would learn that. If you go by what your parents do, and if they get everything sorted for you, what have you achieved? I mean, I am not against it. It's just a viewpoint that even in case of getting a girl or getting a guy as per your terms and conditions, as per your aspiration, as per your what you want for your lifetime, right? It's again a skill. It's not easy, not easy. That's why we are terrible salespeople. Try doing that. This advice is not for those who are married. Because if you do that, then don't blame me if you get some boom, but boom. Right? So, yes, absolutely. Expectations are really high. And that is what the HR is looking for. Expectations are really high. That is what I'm like trying to train you upon. I mean, just take it as a demo. Take it as a demo. Try doing that. Try doing that. You realize how difficult it is because you have expectations. The HR has expectations from you. He is investing money in you. You know what, guys? What do you think? Whenever a company hires a candidate, they incur a huge cost. You realize that? Think about it. The HR has to scroll through or go through so many profiles or post a job description, receive the applications, shortlist all the applications based upon the skill set and the like eligibility, and then they have to drop you an email or maybe call you up and like follow up and then schedule an interview with you, and then they spend at least half an hour with you or maybe half a day with you, depending upon whether it is an online or a physical interview. It incurs a huge cost. And even when you are hired, if you are hired, then what happens? You have to be trained because you're not relevant. You do not know about the industry. So you've been trained for the next few months and you are basically not productive at all. Hard fact. In the first few months, when you join any company, you're not productive. That's why they pay you less if you join as an intern. But we believe that, oh my God, I have joined as a manager, so I should be getting this pay package. Why? Just because you read in the newspaper that some person from IIT Bombay and Ahmedabad got a package of these many CR, these many lakhs, so even you deserve it. I'm being very honest, folks. I'm being very, very honest. Do you get this? Kindly go inside and check, hey, where do I stand? Hello? Am I good enough? Am I skilled enough? Ask yourself. Knock within and ask. Is it clear? Now, once you have analyzed the company, once you have analyzed the job description, once you have prepared the resume or the CV as per the job description, once you have seen that where is the loophole, how I have to prepare myself, or which areas do I need to raise the bar? Is it certifications? Is it my skills of communication? Check it out, folks. You pick up any job description, no matter it is a hardcore technical job or maybe a non-technical job. What do they ask for? What do they ask for? They ask for GCC. Yes or no? That's GCC for you. That's good communication skills. Do we have it? We don't. We have mugged up the best answers. We have like, oh, I have learned it. I have learned it. It is not about memorizing things. And when you go over there, you can't speak properly. And that is where communication comes into play. Yes. I want you to work on your ability to articulate. Knowing yourself is one part, but expressing yourself. So what you do, whatever answers you create for yourself, I cannot guide you with all the answers over here. I do a workshop for that. But over here, whatever answers, you know it, right? The top FAQs being asked. Check out what people have written and don't just blindly copy. That's my sincere advice. Don't just blindly copy. Just check it out that, hey, this is what I have referred. Does it apply to me or not? Does it apply to me or not? Do not just copy paste the answers. Are those strengths relevant to you? Are those weaknesses relevant to you? Are those career objectives relevant to you? Are those skill sets mentioned in that resume which you have just copy pasted relevant to you? Please don't do that. Make it relevant. Go for self-introspection. Ask yourself, ask your friends, ask your family members who have this in place. Relatives who have lost this, please don't talk to them. They will misguide you. They have lost this, right? Kindly make a choice which helps you go ahead. In case of an interview, it is all about differentiating yourself from the others, how well you sell yourself. I repeat, how well you sell, how well you sell, how well you sell. I hope you get this. If you are getting this, type in the comment section how well you sell yourself. That's the core. That is the core. Yes. Okay. Now, once you understand that this is what differentiates me, folks, not everyone can have the same differentiator. We all come from different backgrounds with different stories altogether, with different strengths, with different weaknesses, with different capabilities, with different opportunities that we can capitalize on. So kindly don't imitate, don't copy paste someone. The question is that, yes, how do I sell myself? You can always sell yourself when you know yourself that, hey, who am I? What am I capable of? What have I accomplished? What I can accomplish for you. I don't care whether you played in international team or national team or kabaddi team or local team. I don't care. If I'm not hiring you for a position where I need that skill set, that can be an extra activity, extracurricular activity, that's fine. But the core component, if you cannot do the work that I'm looking for, or if you're not showing me those traits that, hey, this guy has that knack, has that aptitude to learn, to grasp, to imbibe, and to deliver, I won't hire. I won't hire. So I hope this acts as an eye opener. I hope this acts as an eye opener for all of you. You might feel that, hey, this is easy to say, but difficult to implement. Yes, if it would be so easy, then everyone would be selling themselves. Why are we hesitant of selling ourselves? Tell me honestly. When would you be hesitant or shy to sell yourself? When you're not sure of who you are, when you're not sure of what you know, when you're not sure of what you want. Simple. When you are sure that, yes, this is who I am, this is what I'm capable of, and I can do it for you. Where is the doubt? Where is the doubt? All these things that, hey, this is all gyan, okay? No, no, no. Give me answers. Give me something more practical. If you want someone to just give you a false gyan and tell you that don't worry, everything will be fine, then he's just giving you a false hope, folks. I don't do that. I'm here to help you so that you become better in your life and you start working on your craft. That's important. That's important. So, on this note, I would just say stay awesome, stay productive, and stay on the path. Be updated. Be updated, folks. The world is changing like anything. We have realized that 2020 changed the game for many of us. We have lost jobs. We have been fired. We have been having salary, cuts. Let this not continue for long. I hope you will take note of this. And now let's keep the platform open for your questions. So I'm here to answer a few questions before I sign out. So let's pick up something relevant and thereafter we would call it a day. I hope you are updated. All those who joined for the first time this evening, I would request you that be aligned with the channel. I hope you have subscribed so that you are updated. Don't complain. I get messages that, so please share the link. I won't do that, okay? Because I'm already doing my bit. So if you have to be updated, it's your responsibility, not mine. Not mine. Awesome. So thank you so much, folks, for joining in. I'm glad that you loved this session. Do share this with those who need to wake up. There are a lot of people. We often hesitate from sharing good things with people that, oh, if I share this with him, he will get to know about it. He will get ahead of me. Why not? Come on, have the courage. If you are made up of something that you like, come on, let's do a competition. Let's work on it. I hope you get it right. Okay, we have a question coming in. So please suggest some points for good communication. Well, Mrityunjay, all these sessions that we are taking in the last few days, or would be taking in the next few days, are around effective skills of communication. There are a lot of videos on the YouTube on my channel you can watch, and that will help you. That will help you. Sanjay Kumar Singhal, I want to thank you. Every time I attend your session, I take something back. Awesome, Sanjay. I wish to confess my family, friends, and employees says I changed for better. Awesome, Sanjay. Change is difficult. I don't say this for the heck of it, but I've myself witnessed it, that how change is difficult. Change of place, change of job, change of people around you. All these things put a huge pressure on you. But if you are changing for good, it's always good. It's always worth change. It is tough. It is tough because we don't want to change. We want someone to do magic for us. But unless and until you don't raise your bar, you'll always be a scared one. Don't do that. Do that. Okay. The question comes in that how to upgrade ourselves. How to upgrade ourselves. I did mention that you have to upgrade yourself. Folks, today, as you're watching this video, it's all because of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If these platforms were not available, you would be studying in your school, in your college, at your workplace by some faculty. I don't know who that faculty would be, who that trainer would be, who that coach would be. But today, if you have access to some wisdom which is worthy than someone else's wisdom, then kindly consume it. The point is that start following the right people, start watching the right content. We spend a lot of time on YouTube watching junk, watching songs, movies, funny clips, stand up comedy. Yes, keep on doing that. But then stop aspiring. That's it. If there's something important for you as of now, please give it that time. If you have to watch videos, I have an entire series of videos on communication skills. Explore the channel. You'll see for yourself. But if you're expecting something magical to happen, then stop aspiring. You know what happens? People want a magical pill. The Devas, give me a tip which can change my accent, which can transform me, which can make me rich, which can make me successful. I have no answer. I have no answer for that because that's a scam. That's a scam, right? So I hope you get this. Okay, the last question for the day. How to introduce yourself in interview? Well, I have answered this question. You can check out my YouTube. I have answered this question that how to answer or how to introduce yourself. There's a video on tell me something about yourself. That's the number one question that is being asked. So I have covered that question in depth. So do watch that video and create your answer the way I have done for myself. All right. So time management. All right. That is in pipeline. That's in pipeline. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Awesome, folks. So I would wrap this session up right away and would hope that you work on your skill set and make your parents proud. That's something that you should live for, folks. Every one of you should strive really hard and upgrade yourself. And yes, do share this video with all those who need it. Till then, stay awesome, stay productive. Bye-bye.